SpongeBob SquarePants, a show that's been running for 20 years with a main character that can pretty much do anything. SpongeBob has a power called Toon Force, which allows him to make his dreams a reality. And with a show that's been running for 20 years, he's bound to do something crazy. SpongeBob's strength seems to be completely subject to his emotions and depends on if he believes he can do whatever it is he wants to do. From being able to change fate when he wants to live from a falling ice cream truck to jumping between episode transitions, it all depends on his wild running imagination, and he can do some pretty amazing things. In an episode of SpongeBob, SpongeBob was able to suck up the entire ocean using a leaf blower, with the Earth's ocean being massive, weighing 1.4 quintillion tons, with the entire planet itself weighing 6 septillion tons, with a majority of it being the ocean. And he was able to do this in a little under 3 seconds, with some calculations for this feat being very interesting, as it seems that this leaf blower has enough force to obliterate the entire planet, with this actually being pretty consistent because in another episode of SpongeBob he was able to absorb so much water that he literally grew to the size of the moon and replaced it. And of course he would have relativity to Patrick, who got a brain freeze that was so intense that it froze over the entire planet for 5 billion years. But all of these feats get trumped by just a single one. In an episode titled The String, SpongeBob pulls a string off Squidward's shirt and keeps pulling the string to the point that he destroys everything around him. He keeps pulling until the entirety of Bikini Bottom is erased, then pulls himself up a fishing line and erases an actual person from existence. But he doesn't stop there, as he pulls himself outside of the galaxy, eventually erasing all of it. And then he erases everything. With there being questionable takes about how far the SpongeBob cosmology actually goes, with them possibly being able to interact with parallel worlds through mirrors, as seen when they are able to interact with mirror versions of themselves. With Patrick being regarded as the dumbest character in the show, however, he might be smarter than we think. In another episode, SpongeBob and Patrick are trying to come up with inventions, with Patrick claiming that he created a parallel universe using mirrors, and even though SpongeBob dismisses it, it was true, meaning Patrick can create parallel universes. Alright, I'm joking, but these universes definitely do exist. We actually see more examples of this in the episode Atlantis SquarePants, where the main cast travels to the lost city of Atlantis, and Squidward is able to access alternate worlds by jumping through paintings. SpongeBob is even able to access people's dreams, in which Gary explains that dreams are just windows to another realm that aren't bounded by earthly limitations. We actually get some foresight that there might be higher dimensional worlds. In an episode titled Big Pink Loser, Patrick says that he wants to defeat the giant monkey man and save the 9th dimension. SpongeBob doesn't see this as impossible, but says it might be a little hard to do, with Bubble Buddy in a video game also referencing the 9th dimension, so this might actually exist. With these statements being pretty vague, as these dimensions don't necessarily imply higher dimensional realms. However, entering into the SpongeBob comics, this can get pretty interesting. In the SpongeBob comic issue 37 titled Dreams of the Dreamy Dreamer, SpongeBob falls into a deep sleep and starts traveling to higher dimensions and interacts with a jellyfish that allows SpongeBob to interact with him on the same dimensional plane of existence. SpongeBob eventually finds the Dreamy Dreamer, and this is the being who dreamt all of the main cast into existence, and SpongeBob was able to wake him up from his eternal slumber. With this being very arguable if simply existing on the same plane scales you anywhere, however, you can argue that SpongeBob was able to destroy all of this by pulling the string. However, it's equally as possible that he just destroyed his dimension, with SpongeBob also having a book that has every event in SpongeBob's history within it, and whose pages can destroy all of reality. And of course, the pencil that can create and destroy anything that SpongeBob wants. He's been able to interact with the narrator between transitions on multiple occasions, and has even run him over with a boat. And SpongeBob and the main cast have been able to interact with their authors and voice actors, with SpongeBob's speed being pretty impressive as well, as he would be relative if not faster than Patrick, who can run to the sun and back in 11 seconds, making him massively faster than light. Going even further, you can argue that his string pulling feat destroyed all of space and time, and SpongeBob was able to move around within this timeless void, making his speed immeasurable. This would actually be pretty consistent, because in an episode titled Dunces and Dragons, SpongeBob and Patrick participate in a jousting match and hit each other so hard that they literally launched themselves back in time. However, on the official channel's YouTube description for the episode, it states that they were simply transported to a medieval version of Bikini Bottom, which could be the case, but this would just add consistency. But hey, who am I kidding? He outran the cameraman. Keep up with that, Flash. Overall, SpongeBob would scale from universal to complex multiversal with immeasurable speed. In the end, our favorite childhood cartoon character has come a long way over the 20 years and has strength that is beyond our imagination. But what do you expect? He's always ready, and all of this power lives in a pineapple under the sea. What's up guys, it's Divine. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you guys like and subscribe and hit that notification bell so you never miss an upload. And of course, go follow the TikTok and join the Discord server. All the links for those will be in the description. But tell me in the comments, what is your favorite SpongeBob episode and what cartoon character should I do next? And of course, who do you think can defeat SpongeBob SquarePants?